With a couple spots on my list of things to hit today, day 2 started early. Ahead of me lied rough roads, incredible sights, and unforecasted storms. Welcome to day 2 of Overlanding the Oregon Owyhees. Good morning and welcome to day 2. I did not sleep well last night at all. I was just so excited about exploring this area. Last night made quite an impression on me, honestly. This is just, it's one of the most incredible views I've seen. It's a little bit overwhelming. So I was very anxious to get up and start my second day of exploring, because this wasn't even the thing that drew me to this area. This is just some bonus area, and it's incredible. But let's pack up and get on the road, because despite having very long daylight, it's a vast area and we have lots to check out. So let's get going. After an incredible first night, I was eager to really start exploring this area. With nearly 191,000 acres of BLM land to explore on the Oregon side alone, I had no time to waste. Today, I planned on staying off the maintained roads and stick to all back roads as I headed towards Three Fingers Rock and then ultimately to Leslie Gulch. I did not realize just how long the 16-mile journey was going to take me on these roads though. Large rocks, water runoff, as well as the stickiest mud I have ever witnessed means getting anywhere in a timely manner is out of the question. I didn't air down last night because I wanted to get to camp, and then I forgot this morning because I was anxious to go explore, but my teeth were rattling out of my head, so airing down for comfort. But the biggest holdup were the cows. Most just ran on the road until they finally figured out they could get off the road. But there were a few who decided to stand their ground. Three Fingers Rock stands 804 feet over the immediate terrain and 4,826 feet above sea level. You can hike the rock if you'd like, and I've heard of people even rock climbing it. I chose to observe from a distance, however, and just take in how large this formation is against its surroundings. got some cow friends over here. Look at this spot though. It is so cool. It's like this little, it's a little reservoir. I think it's for the cattle specifically. But the way it's just nestled back here with those cliffs right behind it, man, it's gorgeous. The Owyhees is insane. I am thoroughly enjoying myself. All right, I think the cows aren't super pumped that I'm here, so I'm gonna leave them be and get back on the road. But this is a cool little find. After the reservoir and hanging out with the cows for a bit, hunger started to set in, so it was time for lunch. I wanted to find something that was away from the cows and ideally had a good view, which honestly isn't a tall order for this area. What I found was a small canyon where the birds loved listening to their own echo bounce between the cliff faces. It was so beautiful to just sit there and take all of it in. Some weather is rolling in. Got some wind that's picking up. You can see off in the distance, those are some pretty ominous looking clouds. And I can see that it's raining off in the distance. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not, but I think it's gonna get interesting. It's 1 o'clock and I still haven't made it to Leslie Gulch, which from where I camped, I didn't think it was gonna take me this long. This place is massive, man. It's huge and it's kind of slow moving with the roads that I'm taking. I'm taking all kind of the back roads and stuff like that. So moving slow, but oh my God, this place is stunning. It's so wild. I'm like actively trying not to film too much, just because there's so much to film. But I need to make up some ground. So, oh, I feel raindrops. Let's get going. All right, we got thunder and lightning in the area, so I'm gonna stay in the vehicle until this clears. So I apologize for any gap in footage. All right, so it is raining now. I've heard a lot of rumors about the Owyhee mud. There's a significant amount of clay in the area, so it gets really, really sketchy when it gets muddy. And I've experienced that a little bit. This is the first time it's rained, but some spots were wet as I was coming through it, and it cakes your tires immediately, and you can not maintain a line. You just kind of go wherever it wants to go. It's honestly, it's like driving in snow. It's a little wild. I've been on unmaintained roads this entire time, so what I'm trying to do is get to a maintained road, which I know the road to get to Leslie Gulch is going to be what I'm looking for. But with it raining now, I still have probably 8 miles, I think, of unmaintained road before I get to that. So I'm really trying to just make up some time and get off of this stuff before it gets really sketchy. At the end of the day, I'm out here solo, so I'm having a blast. I'm seeing some really cool things, but I need to be really, really risk averse since I'm out here alone. So it's a little bit of rain, it's a little bit of mud, but when you're solo, that could quickly become a bad thing. So as I approached the entrance to Leslie Gulch, the clouds began to clear. The sun started to stream down, causing the cliffs towering above me to cast shadows over my path, making me feel even more small than I already felt. Opposite those cliffs were vibrantly colored red and orange rocks, which stood just as tall and in contrast to the green grass surrounding it. This is why I came to the Owyhees. This is incredible. Leslie Gulch is what made me aware of the Owyhees. And then I started delving into it more and realized there's a lot more than Leslie Gulch, but this was the thing that drew me to this area. This is so cool. I think it's human nature to want what we don't have, and this is not the typical scenery and environment that I am in. Maybe this is less impressive for someone who lives in the desert or in Utah or something like that, but for someone who is surrounded by trees constantly, this is such a departure from what I'm used to. It is blowing my mind. What? Oh my God. How is this real? What a beautiful area and a sick little hike. This was not on my list of things to do this trip, but last night someone recommended I do it, and then someone was at the trailhead and said, dude, you need to do this hike. And it was a lot of fun walking through the hills and all the honeycomb rocks, and it was just amazing. It was a super cool hike, really short, so it was nice. Really made me decide to do it was where I'm supposed to camp tonight, or where I was planning on camping. It's pretty deep into some unmaintained road, and I checked on my Garmin. We're gonna have a storm coming through here in about half an hour, and it's supposed to bring heavy rain and thunder and lightning. So with that in mind, with the way the mud gets out here, I am going to search for another campsite for tonight. I don't want to be that far off the beaten path and be stuck out there for too long. So should just be a one night thing, and I can get back to the fun stuff tomorrow. But today's been a awesome day. It's been so much fun, and it's only 4:15, so I got some more daylight to explore the area. So yeah, let's get back to the truck and see what else this area has to offer. So I went down this road hoping to get next to this little pond reservoir thing, but there's no actual road to it, and definitely staying on designated paths, so I'm not going to try and make my own road to it. But I think, because it's getting a little bit later now, it's 5:30, I think what I'm going to end up doing is heading back to Sucker Creek. With this storm that's rolling in, it's really windy, and Sucker Creek is kind of tucked in to the canyon, so I'm hoping that I can get down in there and kind of escape some of that. I'm still gonna hit the rain, but if I can at least take one of the elements out and don't have to deal with the wind as well, that would be nice. So I think that's the game plan, and then we will figure out what we'll do tomorrow. So That was a awesome but very long day of exploring, and I am starving. I got a pretty awesome riverside spot with amazing views. I think you will agree. I think I'm gonna do it easy tonight and do some brats because I don't feel like cooking an actual meal and cutting things up. So let's go. It's really upsetting to me when I come across stuff like this. It's too easy to throw this type of stuff away. There's no reason it should be left at a campsite. This stuff does not belong in nature, especially an area as beautiful and well kept as the Owyhees are. Well, this was not the spot that I had in mind for tonight, but as backup spots go, this is pretty solid. I am very, very happy with this spot. It's kind of funny, Leslie Gulch was why I came here. I really wanted to see that, and it did not disappoint. It was unbelievable. But Sucker Creek, I think I like more. You can't camp in Leslie Gulch like this. So the fact that last night I was on top of a cliff looking over the creek, and tonight I'm right beside it, it's pretty incredible. Today was crazy though. A whole lot of exploring. Spent 12 hours just driving the dirt roads around here, doing a hike. In that time, I covered 60 miles. So it was slow going, and it was a blast. It was so much fun. So that's gonna wrap it up for day 2 of my Owyhee adventure. I hope you guys are liking the series. If you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. I got 2 more in the series coming, so it'll be a good time. I'm going to enjoy this fire before I turn in for the night, but today was a good day. All right, I will see you tomorrow for day 3.